What is going on, Colts Nation? He is Jamal Lawrence. I am Eric Smith, your co-host of the Colts Cast.
Yo.
Jamal, Colts Nation, just everyone. There's one guy that a lot of people aren't talking about anymore. It's really grinding my gears. It's not the guy that I got on jersey, Michael Pittman. It's not who you got on?
JT.
It's not him. We're talking about those guys, but it's the guy we banged the table for over a year ago. Jamal, I know everybody remember that episode because we always bring it up when we talk about this guy. I mean, we called it Josh Downs. Downs, right?
Hondo
100. The Colts Cast truly believes Downs will be the X factor for Anthony Richardson and the Colts offense. Jamal, where are we starting here?
Let's start by hitting that like and subscribe button. I don't have anything crazy for us today. Just if you're new here, go ahead and press that button. If you're returning, please appreciate you dropping back by as always. Share this with all your friends and family. Keep us in the algorithm. Keep us going strong. We're almost to 1,900. Trying to get 2,000 before the season starts. Let's go ahead and get it.
1,900 subs. That would be awesome. Well, if you haven't heard, I mean, Josh Downs is really that guy. Why did Drake May have a quote-unquote down season last year at UNC, Jamal? You get it? Down season. Anyway, it's because Josh Downs wasn't in the building anymore, plain and simple. I mean, there's other factors into it, but people, you talk about breaking down Drake May's season last year, everybody you talk to will bring up, oh, well, he didn't have Josh Downs. He didn't have the weapons he needed, because Josh Downs is really that weapon. Everyone knows that Downs was the wide receiver 2 for this offense last season. Numbers solidified that. Let's dig deeper into some stats while Richardson was on the field. You know, it's a small sample size, but we can still look into it. In the 4 games Anthony Richardson played, Downs accounted for about 30% of the target share. Averaged 50 yards a game with AR compared to 44 with Minshew. Average depth of target was about 729 compared to 719. Small difference, but it's, you know, he's doing this all as a rookie, guys. That's all to say that Josh Downs makes Anthony Richardson better and vice versa. I think he's very important to this offense. Even another eye-popping statistic that I found, but this is just for the overall season. Josh Downs had 371 yards after the catch, which ranked 19th among wide receivers. Let me say that one more time. 371 yards after the catch, which ranked 19th. Jamal, 19th among all wide receivers as a rookie. Look, operating as the wide receiver 2, you know, Michael Pittman was above that. I think he was in the higher teens. But he's above guys like DK Metcalf, Devontae Adams, Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson. These are the guys you're, you know, calling wide receiver 1s for their respective teams. You want me to keep going, Jamal? Point is, Josh Downs is that dog. Am I wrong?
No, you're 100% right. And I'm gonna let you keep going. I'm gonna let you keep going, dog. I'm gonna let you have it. Just want to say that's what happens when we got those matchups that we wanted. When he can get behind the backers and in front of the safeties, that he gets the ball and he can make something shake. Just that easy. But keep talking about him. Go ahead, do your thing.
He's like a perfect slot receiver. Talking about destroying them backers. I mean, he destroys zone coverage. I mean, that the way he's able to find empty space versus zone just shows how well he understands the game of football. I mean, he's a smart football player, you know, doesn't have a huge size or anything, but he does things really well. I believe his route win rate versus zone was significantly higher than his win rate versus man, which is, you know, just points to that IQ, that football IQ that he has. Not to mention he has surefire hands to go along with it. I mean, this guy's just crazy good. And I think we're not talking about enough because we're expecting Alec Pierce to have a little better year this year with Anthony Richardson back there with his big old arm, perfect setups for his vertical routes. Michael Pittman just got signed to a big deal We know he's the real deal. We got our guy. We kept our guy. And then we added Adonai Mitchell, who is supposed to be a steal, which I believe he is. Ashton Doolin's coming back. But I feel like Josh Downs, he's not getting a lot of love. We know he's that guy, but no one's talking about him. So to me, Jamal, I think we found our slot receiver for the future. A year or two leap would be amazing for this team. Like, he was already a dog. Imagine if he can just be better. Like,
Yeah.
what are we talking about here? He was already amazing last year. Route running goes a long way. I compared him to Tyler Lockett once we drafted him. I thought that was his NFL comp, and I'm sticking by that comp. He is Tyler Lockett for us. And Josh Downs is one of the most valuable pieces on this offense. Do you agree or disagree?
I think I clearly agree. I'm curious to see what these comments say. I think most people will agree with that as well. I mean, you're talking about a guy who broke the rookie record for receptions, 66 receptions this season. The targets were coming to him. He wanted the ball, and he could have gotten it even more. When he finished the season with 771 yards. I know we kind of talked about stats a little earlier, which was the second on the squad. But you know what? One of the other impressive stats that he has led all Colts receivers with an average of 3.3 yards of separation per route this season. Like you mentioned,
Oh,
my man has the ability to break away from the coverage. 3.3 yards of separation. That's 9 feet. That's 9
that's
feet.
something we talked about we needed last season. We need
Yeah,
guys who can separate, who can create
exactly.
separation, get open, give our quarterback some help. And
Yep.
Josh Downs, he completed that equation, did he not?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And not to mention the third down weapon he was for us. Whenever we needed those chunk yards in the third down play, guess where the ball's going? JD, because he can get again behind the backers, or he can go out to the flats. He can catch the ball. He can get anywhere you need him to and have that good enough vision and awareness and a sixth sense to make his next step and get ahead of all these people. And I know, like you said, everybody's kind of getting hyped and all the other names that are there. And in my opinion, this again helps out Downs because now of course, we're already gonna have eyes on MPJ. That was already happening. AD Mitchell is going to have eyes on him if his trajectory continues to go in the way it's going, which means that it just opens even more doors for Downs to get the matchups that he wants or that
Mm,
Shane Steichen wants. And
mm,
again, when you have Richardson right there, back there throwing him the ball, it's kind of I think we're starting to live in this fantasy world of what can happen on this team just because the pieces are all there and they again, I know we said this over and over. They can and they will happen this year. They will happen this year. But when I just envision all these quick dump offs or even the deep pass, because we know that he did have a threat when Richardson was back there, he called it that 30-yard bomb. It can happen with Downs back there. And so I'm excited to see what Shane will shake up with him, just with his ability to get open in open space. And you have somebody with a quick release who can give him the ball at the drop of a dime. It's gonna be wild for him. Another great year, up and up.
Shane Steichen, the tactician, will scheme these guys open. There ain't no doubt about that.
Absolutely.
I love Josh Downs, and he might be my next jersey. God damn.
Ooh.
No, I need to branch out a little bit. I can't get another wide receiver jersey. Some other positions. Man, that's it for me, Jamal.
Yeah, that's all I got, man. Ready for him.
Hey, that's going to be it for us, everyone. Thank you for listening to the Colts Cast. We are live on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or any platform you use to listen to podcasts. And we'll be back next time to give you some more Indianapolis Colts content. Y'all take care.
Easy.